Hey there, Derek here from Pacific Coast Auto, looking at this 1998 Honda Acty van. This is a two-wheel drive one that we bought from auction here in Japan for export over to the USA. Most of the ones that we export are four-wheel drive. You can get a good discount by going with a two-wheel drive one. This one has very low mileage at 61,000 kilometers and is in quite good condition, all things considered. You can hear the engine now. It's a mid-engine, mid-rear engine. So the engine runs nice and well. It idles a little high. And on cold start, it idles even higher than that. So I'll just show you the condition of the vehicle before it gets exported. This one here is basically in our lot for a day or so, and then it's off to wherever it's going. So here, 1998, this is the auction inspection sheet, by the way, 1998 Honda Street. This is a fuel-injected one, right when fuel-injected K cars were a new thing come 1998. Auction rate 3.5, interior C and exterior C. 5-speed manual, has AC in it. It also has power steering. So AC and power steering make it much more lovely to drive than the ones that have no AC, no power steering. The only sales points are the PMG-FI and the fact that it's a street. And street is just the name of the K-van version, because the Acty is actually a truck. The street is the van version. And you'll pay a little bit more for the van versions. You can fit 4 people in them instead of 2. And I guess they're just a better vehicle to have if you're going to be driving this on the street as like a regular passenger vehicle, like most people in the States are going to be doing with it. So windshield rock chip, interior scratched and dirty, wear and a rip. Battery is dead. Bed scratches and dents, or like the trunk area. And then body, various scratches and dents. Here we have A2, which is medium scratches on the front bumper. A U2 is a medium dent on the side. Paint peeling in S1, I actually couldn't find any of that. The roof looks good, and I'm going to show you. It does have like little bits of cedar hedges on top. But I'm not seeing that rust or the peeling paint. So maybe I'm missing something, but it's looking mighty good up there. And then back bumper A3, which is large scratches. And this is large scratch over here. Back fender. Right here. We seeing large scratches here? I guess this one here, but that looks shallow enough that you can buff out. Now do be careful buffing out anything on a K-van. The paint on these is very shallow. So it doesn't really stick around. We do have like a little crack here and a dented section here with some cracked paint. That's kind of the worst of the body damage that I could find is on this back hatch here. We also have another dent here and another one up here with a little bit of surface rust here. Potentially this is what they're talking about with the peeling paint on the roof, but usually that would be considered back hatch instead of roof. So before I get ahead of myself, let's do an exterior walk around so you can see it from all different sizes. You can actually see the white BB today. And no, we didn't just paint it. We have the yellow BB over there as well. You guys don't usually get to see that because it's mostly used by other office staff, not by me. The yellow one has all our tools and, multimeter, whatever you need to fix a car. A couple of batteries are in there at all times. It kind of looks like a Panda paint job, doesn't it? With the black and the white. I like that. And then carry capacity in the bed is 350, but you can easily carry up to about 500 before it starts giving you troubles. And yeah, just a little toaster on wheels. 660cc engine, very good on fuel. 5-speed manual. It can definitely do highways in the States, but it's not at its most comfortable doing highway speeds. Definitely doable though. Some people claim that it's not. I disagree. I have driven these 120 kilometers an hour here in Japan with ease, and they feel like they can go faster than that, no problem. I may have driven a little bit faster than that even. Maybe. Okay, I like the stout front nose on it. It has a very unique character. And then outside of Japan, something like this is going to bring smiles aplenty. And then feel free to customize it any way that you want. Want to rip those back seats out and put a bed in and a little bit of a camper? You can do that. You can do whatever you want. It's very, very simple type of vehicle. So let's take a look at some of the issues. It has Some of the paint gone on the windshield wipers. Underneath the Honda badge here, you have a little bit of a section that's been repainted, which is a little bit weird. And then the paint on the front area here is maybe not as glossy as it once was. You can probably bring that back with some polymer coating. Front bumper has a cracked section. Now they said A2 on the auction inspection sheet. It looks like it's had a repair with body filler, and then that's cracked. Kind of weird to repair this plastic unpainted bumper with body filler, but that's what they decided to do. I think over on this side here, yeah, we got some scratches coming down this side. Not the worst. You can sand the scratches away completely and then maybe repaint the bumper, but I don't even think you'll need that. Got a little section here that looks like it's been repainted, and then some damage in that area as well. Door mirrors, not the best door mirrors. They, again, are made out of that unpainted plastic, and they tend to discolor over time. They don't have any cracks or anything, and they move around fine. Coming down here, looking pretty good. We got a little chip there with some surface rust. A scuff here. And maybe a thin scratch down here, but again, something that's probably going to buff out. That's nothing. That's just a transfer of some rubber from something that hit it. No damage to the body there. And then the back bumper, they said A3, which is a large scratch. It's got quite a few scratches along here of things that were, when loading in and out of the van, they just kind of like hit here and fell down or something, and a dented in section right there. This one comes with the optional mud flap, double mud flaps. Look, Honda and Honda. So these ones are on all of them. This one here is optional. You had to spec that on your car. And you can imagine not many people spec'd that on their car because it's kind of a weird thing to get. So it is a rare option. I've only seen that maybe a very small handful of times. Looks like we also have a little bit of rust here and a little dent here. For the age of the vehicle and the fact that it's a K-van, I would say that this is in pretty good condition. K-vans often get worn out a little bit on the fast side because they're used for work. And people who work a job often don't care about the damage that they get on the vehicle. And then they're made out of kind of cheap disposable type of materials. Not the worst, but you know, they are a cheap vehicle. Brand new, something like this would have been like $6,000 or so. Okay, so inside here you got pretty good looking plastic. The vinyl at the bottom is decent, but it does have a little bit of a rip right here next to the tie-down hoop. Okay, let's go around to the side here. And it's a sliding door on both sides. So if you wanted to do YouTube short videos, you could open both doors and just jump right through. As long as you don't hit your head here, then you might get more YouTube short video views than you're expecting. The seats here, 2 seat belts, so it's a total of a 4-seater. That's actually a requirement for a K-class vehicle. So this is a K-van, but there are other K-class vehicles, 4 seats max, maximum width, maximum length. There isn't a maximum height for some reason. And then maximum engine size is 660cc. So this flips down, and then the whole thing can go into the footwell here. And then this becomes the same level exactly as this. Let's see if I can do that with, put the camera down. So you yoink here, and then the whole thing just very easily slides in there. And then if you're going to be putting boxes in here, that's what this thing's for. That prevents the boxes from sliding into the seats at the base there. And yeah, full flat floor. Super convenient. That's why these things rock so much. You can fit tons and tons of stuff in here. When we do containers where we ship a lot of parts, we fill these things up with parts, and it's just awesome. Okay, door cards. They tend to get a little bit sun damage. This one is no exception. A little bit of a crack there. I just noticed that for the first time. So a little bit on the top is discolored. It's not too bad. Crank style old school windows, like, you know, cars from the 70s. I love it. And then the power steering makes this one really easy to drive. And you sit right on top of the front axle. So it gives you a really unique feel when you drive the car. They can turn super, super sharp. Like when you turn the steering wheel, it's like a drift car. And you can almost go like sideways. It's quite incredible. Got a little bit of worn out paint right here. and right here, very common on all K vehicles. And, you know, people ask me which K vehicle is your favorite one and why. They're all so close to one another in terms of basically everything, reliability, build quality. It doesn't really matter too much. I like the Hondas just because I love Hondas, and I think Suzuki Carry is the most widely built one here in Japan. So if you're concerned about parts availability, the Carry might be a little bit better for that. Not to say that the Acty would be bad. They should be pretty easy to get parts for. Very Spartan in here. It has rubber mats in order to hose it down quickly and easily if that's what you need to do. This one has AC. A good portion of them don't. Maybe 30% or so don't. So do be careful about that. It's just a radio. And here, it has been heavily smoked in, it looks like, but there's no smell of cigarettes anymore. And that seems to be fairly common on a lot of these K vans, because there's not really anything for the smell to seep into, because this is vinyl seats, plastic dash. There's really no fabrics for it to seep into. Maybe the cabin air filter, yes, but when I turned on the AC, it didn't smell like it. Got a couple of screw holes here. Got the digital clock, like all Japanese cars from the 80s, 90s, and 2000s. Okay, and a little bit of paint wear here on the steering column. Also seat, has a little rip in it. Okay, pretty simple vehicle. Oh, tires. Before I shut this video down, it has 4 different tires. So it has a 2012, 2017, 2019, and 2001 tire on it. So it's going to need some new tires. And oil is, if you made it this far, you get to know the little bit of information. You want to do an oil change? Right here, you just grab in here and you twist this thing. It's screwed in. And here's how you check the oil. This one has actually medium oil now. I thought it was low oil, but it's medium. Yeah, a little bit difficult to do without getting your arm dirty, but I like dirty arms, so it's perfect for me. Okay, that's going to conclude the video. Hope you enjoyed it. As usual, if you have any questions, check out our website. There's a link to that in the description. You can find our email address and contact us. Speaking of K-Vans, there's another one right there. That's going to be all for today. Hope you enjoyed it. Thanks so much for watching, and have a nice day.